This meeting is being recorded.
The last section in Chapter 1, this will be 1.14, and it's a discussion of solubility and polar and what are called apolar solvents. So things that are polar or nonpolar is another way of saying that. So hopefully you have learned this in general chemistry that like dissolves like. So another way of saying that is polar things will dissolve other polar things, and vice versa. Nonpolar will generally dissolve nonpolar compounds, and they mix well with other, polar compounds mix well with other polar compounds. So let's take a look at some of these more clarifications of that property, like what is polar, what is non-polar. So again, the electronegativity difference between the atoms involved in a bond is what makes them considered polar. So carbon and oxygen over here in this polar group, this what's called hydrophilic or water-liking, water-loving end of the molecule, has larger differences, we'll say, in the carbon to oxygen bond than the carbon hydrogen bond. So all of these are, there's pretty equal electronegativity values. So this is less than usually like 0.4 difference in electronegativity, right? So we'll call that the delta En, right? The electronegativity difference. So due to that being so small, this whole portion of this molecule is considered nonpolar and what's called hydrophobic or water-fearing, water-hating, right? It does not like water. Hydro for water, phobia, right? It does not like. So this specific molecule is called a soap. When we have this polar head, this polar group on top, and then a nonpolar tail, it's commonly called. And this is a way that we can dissolve things that are both polar and nonpolar. And for example, things like grease, oils that get on our clothing, we can use soap to remove these. So another application of things such as soaps or molecules that form with a polar and nonpolar regions form these types of structures called micelles in water. And this is how specifically those soaps function to carry away those oily molecules. They get trapped in the nonpolar groups. And this is how the soap molecule organizes itself and how it functions. So this is the end of Chapter 1. The subsequent videos from Chapter 1 will review practice problems that were assigned for the course.